Hi, it's been a month since I filmed the video of my yarn inventory and the fact that I wanted to finish all my yarn before end of March, and I want to do a 1 month update. First of all, the things that I finished. So I finished knitting this vest for my daughter, which I had unraveled a sweater that was too small on her, and I still have a little bit left of that. So I'm adding that into my stash. Then I finished these mittens for me. So this is the Icelandic Christmas cat that eats people and children. We have lovely traditions here in Iceland. And those also finished. They will be very warm. It's still quite cold here. And then I started working again on the socks from the leftover hand-dyed sock yarn. And when these are finished, I will finally get to cast on something new. So I wanted to finish, of course, all the project that I had on my needles before I would start on something new. So I would just be starting on project constantly. So that's the last one. When I finished the mittens, I had a little bit left of the holes. This is actually quite a lot, but I will add that into my stash. These are just tiny little bits that I had left over, but it will go into my stash. I won't show you the stash because it hasn't really changed since last month. So just watch that video where I go over every single yarn that I have. However, a friend of mine came to visit. There was a play date and she was talking about a yarn that she was knitting for her mom or something like that. And then I went like, I had that yarn. I opened up a drawer and I found this yarn. So I did a test knit that is here. I'm not going to show it, mainly because it was a failed test knit and I have so much leftover yarn from it. This is knitting for Olive, I think Merino or something. I'm not sure even what it is. It's a gorgeous color, but it's quite a lot of it, and I'm going to unravel as well what I had knitted from it because it has never been worn, never been washed. It's just been in here for several years, like a lot. I totally forgot that I had this. So that's going to be added into the yarn stash. So the plan now is when I finish these socks, I just have the toe left on one of them and a little bit of the foot and the toe left on the second one. So hopefully I'll finish that soon because I really want to knit myself a cardigan. And I'm thinking about knitting myself another one of this Felix cardigan. However, I'm going to change the pattern a bit, just take out the things that I do not enjoy knitting. Like I hate picking up stitches, so I'm going to knit it so I won't pick up any stitches. I also will go up in a knitting needle size because I'm going to be using the leftover yarn. So my system for that basically is I'll choose the yarn that needs the biggest knitting needles, which is this, I think this thing that I have in here, partially Lope, I think it's Álafoss Lope and some other things, and that will be the size of needles that I will use throughout. So when I'm not using the Álafoss Lope, I will use like several threads of my other yarn to get the same size of yarn, density of yarn, I'm not sure, but like the same type of yarn basically. And the reason why I chose actually to knit the Felix sweater is a top-down sweater, and I can change it in the way that I will not have to pick up stitches, and then I can more control how the colors will be in comparison if it's like different types of like if you knit the back first and then the front and then the sleeves, it's harder to like fit all the colors. I don't want to have it like color block. I want to have it just a rainbow of colors, if you know what I mean. And since I knit the body and the sleeves almost at the same time, it's a little bit harder when it's a cardigan because I will have to go back and forth. It's just a little bit harder, but I will knit it basically at the same time. So it is easier just to get the right color flow. So that is the update for end of January, beginning of February, and 2 more updates. Let's see if I can actually finish this yarn. I think when I start knitting the cardigan, like it will eat up quite a lot of yarn because it will be like a little chunkier and like a whole cardigan versus like this these mittens took so little yarn because they're very delicate and small. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!